Instead of giving presents, Santa now puts things that you lost, or were stolen from you, under the tree. What would you be the most excited to see under the tree? My mother collected one Christmas ornament for me in a box every year from birth until I graduated from college. Then gifted me the box when I went to set up my own home. 4 years later, my then boyfriend mistakenly took the box to Goodwill. I always get a little sad every year at this time. Even 10 years later. Wow, that's a terrible one. I'm sick for you just reading this. You can't replace that, but do something for yourself to at least try to make up for it. Go on eBay maybe and buy a vintage ornament or two every year to create your own collection. It won't be the one your mom did, but you can honor her efforts and try to take the sting out of it just as little. That is such a thoughtful reply. Kind internet stranger. Ty. I have kids now and we go pick out an ornament every year. So at least her tradition can continue in spirit, if not those exact ornaments. My dad is the third person in his family to have his name carried down generation after generation from my great-grandfather. When we were little, my granddad stopped by one day and passed on to my dad the family ring with their initials embroidered into it. It was emotional and he was very happy. Later that night my brothers and I lost a frisbee in a tree. My dad is the ultimate DIYer, so he rigged up a football that he would throw into the higher branches and then yank on it with a rope he had attached to free the frisbee. It eventually worked and it was a funny little scene. Later that night he realized his ring was gone. He assumed tossing the football again and again had loosened it up and it probably flew off his hand. He would go around that tree constantly for years to come looking for that ring. He even bought a heavy-duty metal detector to try and find it. No luck. I would hope Santa would finally cut the guy a break and give that ring back. I also choose this guy's dad's ring. Reddit, let's rally together and get this guy's ring back. If we all wish for it, Santa will have to make it happen, right? They gathered together with wishes before. They gathered with hopes and ambitions and more. They gathered with dreams in the soft falling snow and prayed up to Santa, who said to them, quote, "No, hey, serious reply. Check Facebook and look for metal detector clubs or put a Craigslist ad for a service." Many of these guys live for an opportunity to find something cool, even if it's just to return it to someone. Edit, just to clarify. Op mentions his dad bought a metal detector, but having someone who does this semi or professionally isn't quite the same. Seriously though, good luck with the hunt if you take it up. Seriously. Do this. We had a similar situation in our house last year and our local metal detector club came out and found the ring along with some other neat trinkets. There will be a lot of bikes under my tree. What are you, Dutch? As a Dutch person, I can and will say that we don't have a bike fetish. I only have 6 bikes. As a fellow Dutch person, I only have 3, which is hardly average. I also own 3. According to Google, average is 1.5 bikes per citizen. The Ewok pillowcase my mum made for me when I was 6. I gave it to my son and he loved it and used it at my ex's house. She wouldn't return it after the breakup. I would positively explode with joy if Santa brought him one. Well, isn't it your property? I think Santa is about to become a lawyer. This whole thread is heartbreaking. Was definitely expecting way more and way better virginity jokes. Mr. S. Claus, ho ho ho, attorney at law versus the ex abusive manipulator at No More. Dude, I want back my clear purple Game Boy Advance with the Pokémon Gold cartridge and nightlight attachment still on it. That would be a rad gift. The neighborhood bullies stole it from me when I was a kid, sad face. Edit, heart goes out to all my brothers and sisters with lost, stolen Game Boys out there, broken heart. The same exact thing happened to me. But with Pokémon Crystal. I feel your pain. A moment of silence for our long-lost Cyndaquils. Edit, I get it. Y'all motherduckers like Turturdile. We can have a moment of silence for them too. However, evidence shows that Chicken Pizza will get some moment of silence. My deceased mother's wedding rings, which were stolen by my dad's ex-wife, his second wife. Edit, my mother died suddenly when I was 17, leaving my dad with 4 daughters. He remarried and married his high school sweetheart who manipulated and abused him and my sisters for 5 years. The day we think she took the rings was the day she moved out, and right before she physically assaulted me. I would give anything to have something of my mother's. She didn't have much to leave behind. Santa wouldn't only get the ring back, he would also commit a crime that night. When my daughter was born last November, a friend made her a very soft hooded blanket. A few months ago, some asshole decided to steal it from her while we were in Walmart. I would cry to find it under the Christmas tree for her. I wouldn't mind finding the asshole under the tree too. I mean, who the heck steals a blanket from an infant? Not to ruin a potential surprise, but if your friend knows about this, then you may well just find it under the tree this year. Edit. Holy crap, sorry guys. I am not that friend. But I do find these replies incredibly hilarious. I just meant that her friend sounds like a very good one, and I would think that it would be a perfect Xmas gift. My ability to produce insulin. My ability to produce serotonin. My ability to produce dopamine. My ability to reproduce. My ability to produce. My produce. My cabbages. And my axe. When I was 8, my great-grandfather, the most important man in my life, gave me 3 real steel pennies from WW2. I added them to my coin collection and protected them with my life. Very shortly after my parents divorced and I left my coin collection with my father, who kept the original house. Mother moved, I was going to be moving a lot with my mom and didn't want to lose them. About 6 months later, my father dated a woman that was absolutely batshit nutcase. She got drunk while my father was working and burned down his house. It was a mobile home, so it was gone within a matter of seconds. I spent hours rummaging for them when I was finally able to come home for the summer. I had lived in another state at that point and didn't have the means to come sooner. I never found them. I never found my vast collection of coins I spent years putting together. I never found those damn steel pennies. Not only was I heartbroken from the loss, but because they were coins, I was really hopeful and was really expecting to find them as one of the few things that survive. I didn't. I've never cried harder. My great-grandfather passed away about a year ago now. I also lost the last recording I had of him speaking to me. I miss my Papa Ralph. I wish him, his coins and his voice were going to be under my tree this year. I really ducking wish. Edit. Wow. This is outstanding. I was crying when I wrote the post and now I'm crying again. Happy tears now though. I appreciate all the offers from everyone to send me their coins. Thanks you, Marvy the Casual. You, Low Battery 00. You, SJ79. You, Osiris 32. You, J_Low 3004. You, Ouroboros. You, History Guy 123. You are all so sweet. Please each of you cherish your pieces and remember the history behind them. What a great Xmas spirit we have here. 2. You are all why Reddit is my favorite. Plus thanks for the gold. Wow. I finally feel inducted into the Reddit community, honestly. When I was 6 years old, I accidentally left my brother's favorite book in a playground several hours' drive from our house. When we realized the book wasn't in the car and my mom wasn't going to turn back for it, my brother cried the whole ride, and for days after, if I could, I would ask for the book back for him, to reply to some of the questions. My brother was around 7 or 8 at the time. The book was a coloring sticker book from the 1974 Shazam series. It was given to him by one of my mom's friends as we were living in Germany at the time and English language books were hard to come by. This was one of the reasons he was so upset about it at the time. Because he knew we couldn't just get him a new one. It was an odd book to have even at the time, as we were in the mid to late 80s at this point. I don't remember exactly what the book was called, but I remember it vividly and have looked for it on again off again over the years once the internet came around. I have since given several nice German books to my brother's daughter as he is hoping to raise her bilingual, in part to make up for this and in part because I love books. Thank you for all the comments. I've enjoyed reading about everyone's favorite childhood books. Thank you for the silver. Time stolen by my last employers. Duck those guys. My childhood teddy bear. My dad used to work at a stuffed animal factory. And it was a reject because the paws didn't turn out right. I took that thing everywhere. He even had stitches in his neck from a teddy bear repair center that was set up by a local hospital. When I was 12, I went to a sleepover at a friend's house. While there, we got in a huge fight. Her mom called my mom. And I went home, without my bear. We called and asked them to search for my bear. But her mom was a royal bitch and immediately got defensive, saying I was accusing her daughter of stealing and she would not stand for it. We even tried to go back, but they threatened my mom as soon as we started down their driveway. They never looked for my teddy, but I knew it was there. I never got him back. My friend and I never spoke again, and we moved out of state shortly after. It's been over 20 years, and I still think about him and how much he meant to me. I'm crying just typing this. I miss my teddy so much. What did you think about this video? Did you like it? Please leave some feedback in the comment section below. You can always check out my other videos for more curated content just like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.